Stepping off, Lamont Watts here with you. This is my new show. It's called Conversations with a Stepper, and we are here. We are live. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a weekly show that we'll be doing, talking with different steppers from around the nation, from everybody from steppers to promoters to non-step. I mean, just fun stuff, conversations. So we are going to start off with today with the one and only. You know her. Her name is Sheila Watkins. She does the. She just did the uh, great dance called the Get Down. It was a great contest we had in Chicago. I wanted to get in it, but it was only one little problem is that I don't know how to get down. So anyway, it was a good contest. We had a good time. A lot of people watched it. I myself watched it around the nation. And it's funny. A lot of people were talking about, well, what is the get down? So and I was like, well, to get down, get down. It was like, yeah, but what is it? I said, you know what? I'm going to reach out to Sheila. And that's what I did. And Sheila is right here with us to explain and talk about the get down. So welcome to the show, Sheila Watkins. What's going on?
Hey, Lamont, how are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm okay today.
Excellent, excellent. Well, first of all, let me tell you, congratulations on a great event, the Get Down. Uh,
Mhm.
it was an awesome turnout. A lot of people were excited about it, and it was a great thing. So, can you tell us a little bit about? Let's start from the past. How did this get started?
Well, basically, uh, the get down is it all started back in the day when I was younger, and it was called freestyle.
Hmm.
Then it went from freestyling. The freestyling was when they was doing all that dun-dun-dun-dun-dun with James Brown,
Okay.
dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, with certain people, back in that time, and then it went to original.
Hmm.
It was named, then it called original, and everybody knows about Sam Chapman and a whole lot of other names. I don't want to start calling names because when you go to calling one name, you start calling this name, and this name. The
Right. Right.
dance was already in our culture.
Okay.
All I did was I just coined that name to
Hmm.
get that. And how I coined the name was my husband Andre. We talked about doing this steppers contest, and this happened maybe a couple of months before he passed away.
Okay.
And we was sitting up one day and we was just talking about it. And I was like, I want to start a contest and da 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 da. And he was saying, you can start a contest, Sheila. And we was just sitting up and I was saying, Chicago's what? Because my cousin Gucci Luther, he had a contest going back before this one started.
Hmm. Oh, we lost her. Uh-oh. Okay. See if we can get her back on here. All right. Well, uh, okay. So that was interesting already from the beginning, just hearing that. See if we can get her back on here. But yeah, so that was the get down. Started off okay from historic roots. And, you guys feel free to chime in on this if there's any, extra stuff you could talk about historically, because historically, this is something that's, this is our legacy. I remember when Taboo used to talk about the guys would be on the corner and he used to tell me stories about how they would be like, throwing a contest and them and Scorpio and Donnie Davis, my uncle, and all them, they'd be like, doing that. And so that was the get down. Let me see if I can. Where is she at? Let's see if I can pull her back up on here. Man, hey, while I got everybody, before I get you, thank you everybody that came out. Uh, thank you everybody that came out to the day set. We had a good time. Man, the day set was off the chain. So the next one's gonna be March 1st, and that's gonna be. Oh, there she is. Let's get her back on. There
You
you
hear
go.
me? Okay, yeah. Sorry about that.
No
Someone was
problem.
trying to call in and it'll knock off the video.
Hmm.
but it's a lot of people. And to sum it up, when I came around, coming up as a young girl, Barry and Eugene, I came from up under those guys. I heard you talking about the Scorpios, the Ty Skippy, the Ty Boo, the Kim Boy. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And all of them was doing it, the little Mike, all of them was doing that freestyle back in the day.
Okay.
And then it turned over to original. And like I said, when me and my husband sat down and we started talking about the contest, and during that time, Gucci was giving the contest, and it was called Chicago Largest. And he was doing a contest, and me and him
Hmm.
was talking about, hey, what about, he was saying, I'm gonna give it up, I'm gonna let it go, and I'm gonna turn it over to you, cuz, and da 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 da. So during that time, he said, I might come back to it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And what happened was, me and my husband, Andre Wilkes, started talking about it. And I
Okay.
said, well, you know what? I said, I want to do a contest. What can we name the contest, Dre? And he was like, Chicago World's Finest. And then I was like, well, what else? He was like, Chicago World's Finest, Get Down. And that was 2018.
Okay.
And the first Get Down was 2018, April 27th. I still have the flyer.
Wow.
Andre Wilkes passed away February the 10th, 2018. He never even got an opportunity to see the contest grow, expand like it's doing now,
Hmm.
right?
So,
So that's how that came about.
okay.
I Everybody, it's a lot of people that know how to do the freestyle original. I coined it. I just coined the name. I just changed the name to the Get Down. And then I started saying the Get Down is real. So basically that's what that is.
Okay. Okay. So now let's talk about this contest. What year is this for the contest for you?
Let's see, 2018 was the first one. I took a break. It might be the fifth or the sixth, because during the COVID,
Right. Okay.
I had one right after the COVID. And then
Okay.
after the COVID, I lost my daughter and started, going
Oh,
through a grieving process. So
mhm.
I took a break
I'm
for
sorry to
maybe
hear.
about 3 years. And
Mhm.
then I just came back again with the Get Down
Okay.
contest this
So
year.
the get down contest. Let's talk about it because now one of the questions that was asked that I had to ask you because I asked a bunch of people about this was that now if this is original dancing, how come there was no splits?
Well, because it's a lot of people that can do splits. And the reason why I canceled out the splits was because I didn't want the other uh, contestants being intimidated by the splits. Because you got some that know how to do splits, you got some that don't know how to do splits. So I didn't want the split in there to make them feel like, oh, well, if they split, they automatically win.
Okay.
See, so that's why I said no splits and no flips. I wanted everybody to see the dance. Let's
Okay.
see the footwork. Let's see your footwork. This was a grab bag contest, and the
Hmm.
grab bag contest was based on the women put their name in one bag, and the men had their name in another bag. Now, this had nothing to do with Walker's New School Original. It had nothing to do with that.
Right.
This was a grab bag contest, this first one.
Okay. So yeah, so you never knew who you were gonna get. The guy picked, and then the girl, and then they yeah. So uh, like for example, the gentleman got disqualified, had a good set, good run, and then at the end he did the
Yes,
split,
yes.
and the crowd was y'all are terrible. They was like Pete tried to save him. Pete was like, well, what do y'all think? They was like, no, no split. They said it, no split. I was like, dang, y'all were merciless. So
Well, not to cut you off, is when you I'm like this. When I set my rules are my rules.
mhm,
Because if you don't uh honor the rules, then that's when people say, oh, well, they was cheating. They
Right.
could have did this and they could have. I made sure that everybody, not only was my contestants involved in this contest, I made sure my audience was involved in the contest also,
Hmm.
because I made sure that I put a sign on each table letting them know no flips, no splits. Everybody was involved in the contest. See, not just the dancers, everybody. So when they recognized and seen that he did that split, everybody in the audience, they already knew because they got the
They was,
paper right there on the table. Oh, he's
wow.
out of there because he split it.
I didn't know you put it. You put it on every table. Wow. So
Every
that was no
table.
excuse, huh?
Yes, every table. Yes. Anytime I host a contest, whatever my rules are, they're going to be on the table. My audience and the contestants and the judges, everybody is involved in the contest.
Hmm. Oh, wow. So, do you think the judging was fair?
Yes, yes. Cause some people thought that when Lloyd and the other young lady did the dance, and Mark and Lady Margaret danced, and they one of the judges gave a 9. I always say this to people: go back and look at the video. Go
Hmm.
back and look at the dance. If my judges gave that score, I'm not going to override what my judges' score was. I'm not going to say, well, you did. Only way I override my judges if I see them cheating. If I see them having one score in their hand and then they take their score and try to change it, then I'm going to automatically terminate that judge and say, no, you got to come down.
Oh, okay. So
And
that's a
that's
good
how,
question. Let me ask
yeah,
you, who were the, I mean, what made you pick the judges that you picked?
because I know that they honest.
Okay.
They honest. I
Now,
didn't feel like, okay.
now, what were they judging on? So, school me on this. This whole judging thing is always an interesting conversation. What were they judging on? Were they judging like on appearance or
Well, they
move, footwork?
mhm. Well, they couldn't actually judge on appearance because by it being a grab bag,
Hmm.
you couldn't dress up.
Right.
See, so that was automatically out of there. They can only judge on the the footwork, what they was doing, the
Okay.
turns, actually turns, the like the body language.
Hmm.
Soon as a record come on, this is how I'm gonna turn you. This is how the rhythm, the rhythm of the dance, you know, because you can't go in there and because if you play a James Brown move, you can't. Some of them will be like, okay, let me bust this split, bam. So if you bust that split, everybody knows that when somebody bust a split, that crowd go, wow, woo, they won because they did a split. And that's the purpose of me taking the split out.
Okay.
So it can give everybody an opportunity to have a chance to win.
Okay. So the split is kind of like the
Yeah,
punctuation, like bang. That's it.
exactly. Because back in the day with the freestyling, if you bust the split, hey, you won.
Wow. You know what?
Oh, they bust. Oh,
I respect that because I can't do a split. So I'd be like, "Oh, you won. You right. Okay, I got you. That makes sense. That makes sense." Because man, tying my shoes these days is no. But yeah, I get it. That makes sense. Another question that we had, honestly, and shout out to your DJs. They did a great job playing the music. KC, Tony Lane, and DJ Calvin. I saw first. The first question was DJ Calvin was a last minute entry on there. We saw on the flyers. How did that come about?
well, Calvin was actually the DJ for the contest. He
Okay.
was only doing the contest part. The other two DJs was doing the event,
Hmm.
but Calvin was brought in to do the contest. That's just like the one that's coming, the big get down contest that's coming June the 13th. It was on the flyer for June the 6th,
Okay.
but the date been pushed back for whatever reason. So I had to come up with June 13th now.
Gotcha.
So that's just like now that contest, it'll be like Barry. Barry will be doing the contest part where the R, Myron, and Tony Lane are be doing the event.
Okay.
So that's how I do the contest. So that way, because the DJ doing the contest is important.
Mm-hmm.
Because Barry, he knows about the old school music and what to play and stuff like that. Not saying that Calvin don't.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that.
So you saying DJ, like you saying DJ Barry Hylick?
Yeah.
Oh, he used to be on Club Steppin' a long time ago. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Shout out to DJ Barry.
He started DJing with Sam Chapman like 1968.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Cool. Okay. So, and another question we had was talking about the DJs. How come? Is that why that there was no James Brown played during the contest?
Well, that's not why no James Brown wasn't played during the contest. It's just that my DJ didn't play it. I think he
Okay.
played somewhat like a little mix in there. I can't remember, but I didn't hear no DJ music. I mean the James Brown. I wish I had her, but I didn't. He didn't play any, I don't believe.
Okay. Well, that was one of the questions that people were asking about it because
Yeah,
James Brown is synonymous with Get Down, so
that's right.
we were kind of wondering. So I thought, I was like, well, maybe it's not the don't want to, like you said, entice the split because James Brown did splits. So
Exactly, but still it should have been some James Brown played in that contest.
okay, well that's
Okay. He just didn't play any.
well he did a great job. So
Yes, he did. He
uh,
did a wonderful job.
wonderful, wonderful. So the contestants. Now let's go back and talk about because some people caught on to the Get Down late out of town. How did the was it a sign up sheet? How did they get
Yes.
into the grab bag?
Yes. It was a sign. As soon as you walk in the door, the sheets was on the table. uh Pete Frazier was announcing, they were making an announcement that anybody wanted to get in the contest, grab bag contest, go sign up. So it was like 13 contestants. It was 13 women and 13 men.
Mm, okay.
Normally it might be like 10 couples, but it was 13 couples. And when Mark and Lady Margaret actually scored a straight 10,
Hmm.
they were like, well, Sheila, maybe you can just stop the contest because they got a straight 10. But no, I didn't want to do that because it was other couples that needed to dance.
Right.
Just because they scored a straight 10, that didn't mean somebody else was going to score a straight 10.
Yep. 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 Gotta say hello to Phyllis checking in. She said good evening. DJ Marcus said happy Friday. And let's see. Oh, and then let's see here. We've got this was the event. Someone went live on Saturday. It was wonderful. So awesome, awesome. Keep those comments coming. We oh that was May Harvey. Yeah, she said that a lot of people went live on your event. It was great.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
So
you, everybody. Thank you.
Tika's checking in saying sip sip. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people went live. It was funny because I couldn't make it, but I had saw that different angles, so we got to see it from like I was like looking at it from so I'd switch off from this person to this person. You had a lot of coverage for that event, so it was great. It was great.
I didn't get
So
an opportunity to video it off my camera because I was so into the crowd and into the people,
hmm
and what I did was my introduction with the people was everybody that was there in that room and came out to support the Get Down and myself. I made sure I walked that room and gave everybody a hug and thanked them from coming out to that event. Because, see, I know this here, Lamont. I can't put on an event that great without the people.
Right.
See, you need the people. The people are important. People might think that the people not important, but they are. The people is who makes the event happen. I
Yeah.
can plug an event 3, 4 months. That don't mean nobody's gonna show up.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? People base, people look at your character. They look at the way that you carry yourself. Is your event just about the money? I
Right.
did maybe like 9 raffles, free raffles. I serve food. I don't ask for anything when I do my raffles. I had my tickets were $5 and $15 at the door.
Mm.
It's
Okay.
not so much about robbing you, getting in your pocket. You know what I mean? It's
Mm-hmm.
all about what the get down with Sheila Watkins is, getting you out there to have a nice time, enjoy yourself. Because if a person, say for instance, somebody ain't got no money and they really want to come to the get down event,
Mm-hmm.
they might have $15 in their pocket. Okay, they'll look at, I can buy me a $5 ticket.
Mm-hmm.
I can put me a few dollars worth of gas in my car and
Right.
still buy me a water
Right.
if I buy that ticket in
In
advance.
advance. Mm-hmm.
$5. See, I'm not saying uh and my tables was $100.
Okay.
So I try to host my event to make sure it's comfortable for the people,
Excellent.
not trying to rob you just to have a set.
So it's about having a good time coming out. So
Yes.
as we talk about, especially we talk about money now, the prize
Mm-hmm.
for the contest. How did you
Yes.
come up with that amount for
a
the contest?
thousand dollars. It was a
Mm-hmm.
$1,000 grab bag, and it was where you split it. Whatever couple win, it was just winner take all.
Right. So
Okay, and the way you come up with your proceeds, I'll say your proceeds before I give a contest. I make sure I have my money
okay.
already. I'm not trying to pull off of the people and this and that to just come up with $1,000. Whatever contest that I'm hosting, when
Mm-hmm.
I put it out there on that flyer or whatever that amount is going to be, Lamont, I
Mm-hmm.
make sure I got that money sitting in the bank.
Okay. So that way nobody has any ill feelings or got to chase you down or you know.
I'm paying you right then and there on the spot. I pay on the spot, Lamont.
Wow.
There's no I gotta wait till tomorrow or come call me in 3 days or call me a month later or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. No, you get your money right then and there, that same day. And anybody has entered my contest and
Mm-hmm.
won, they will all be able to say, no, Sheila Watkins pay the same day. I pay the same day, right then and there on the spot.
Wow, that's great. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So, yeah, they won that day, and so you take care of them that same day.
Same day. Same
Excellent,
day.
excellent. So, like again, like I said, nothing but kudos to you, and great event. A lot of people had nothing but good things to say about your event. So now the big question is, uh, what's next?
The next event, this is the $5,000 Get Down Steppers contest coming June the 13th, 2025. It's an all white event. Is The categories are walkers, new school first and second place, old school original first and second place, and then I have a category that's called the get down category, winner take all.
Okay. Oh, now the get down holds a special place for you because of you and
Yes.
Dre, right?
Yes, exactly.
Now tell us a little bit about give us a little history about Dre, just for those that don't know.
Well, all of them know about. Most people know about Andre.
Well, a lot of the new
Well,
schoolers that's out there.
Andre. What? Yes, Andre. Andre taught a lot of the new schoolers.
Mhm.
Andre used to go over there with Donnie to Donnie's class,
Mhm.
and he would always help Donnie with teaching a lot of the new schoolers. Um, Andre was the original dancer. You know,
Mhm.
he's been dancing many years. So it's a lot I can say about Dre. You know, actually February the 10th of this year, Andre will be deceased for 7 years now.
Wow.
Actually, I'm gonna honor Andre in the June 13th Get Down
Okay.
event. I haven't um I haven't honored Andre yet, but I'm gonna honor him this year.
Okay. Well, that's great. We are definitely looking forward to that. I'm gonna put in a link here, a kind of some of the catching you guys in action,
Oh, okay.
and so I'm gonna put that in the link of the chat room here. So if anybody wants to see them in action, that'll they can click on the link. So Antoinette Lachey said June 13th. I thought it was in October. No, it's June
No.
13th, right?
Yeah, I don't have a event in October. That's not my event. My event is June 13th, 2025. Grand Ballroom, all
Okay.
white event.
Excellent, excellent. So we're excited. We can't wait. So those are some great categories. Is it going to be grab bag or can they bring their partner
No, they
again?
can bring their partner. What they need to do is they can start practicing now. They can
Hmm.
bring their partner. They will it will be they have to be in the dress code. It's an all white event. So I want all the contestants that's going to enter the contest to have on all white. Can you hear me? I can't. Hello?
Oh, there we go. I had
Hello?
it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Did
So
they
you got to
hear
be
me?
all white, head to toe. So you can't be like
Yeah.
some of the special people that like got a black shirt on or something. It's just all white.
Well, I'm talking about an all white event.
Hmm.
So, well, maybe the contestants, maybe it might be okay for them to wear a different color. Well, I'm gonna leave that up to them
Okay.
because it's a contest. I ain't gonna put that pressure on them. How about that?
Okay.
I'm
Now,
just gonna let them do them.
but we will say,
They need to dress. They
they
will be
dress
judged on their appearance.
and
No
no splits,
splits,
no splits.
no flips.
My dog keeps going.
Just dance.
Yeah.
Dance your
Okay.
best dance. Give us
No
your
splits.
best dance.
Gotcha.
Your
So.
footwork, your charisma, your rhythm. They're gonna judge you on all those different things.
Hmm.
But it
And
will all be, it would all be on the flyer.
okay. And same judges, or you're gonna get a new
Well, there'll be different judges.
different judges. Okay.
Yeah, different
Excellent.
judges.
So if somebody wanted to get some tickets in advance to this, how would they uh get these tickets?
Okay. On the flyer, I'm running a get down special for tickets. There will be $10 tickets in advance up until April 1st. After April 1st, the tickets will be $20. It will be $25 at the door, and the tables are $200.
Okay. So everybody can pool their money together and get tables.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Reggie Miles says great contest, a tribute to a great dancers. Yes. So thank you for checking in, Professor. Yes. So man, Chilla, we thank you so much for chiming in with us because just getting it straight for the get down, a lot of information. I know historically you go back,
Oh,
from
yeah.
us talking offline, you go back to the burning spear and all those
Yes.
old but not forgotten.
Bridgman Club. Yes.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: where do you see stepping in the next 5 to 10 years?
Hey, look, I'm a fan of the new schoolers,
Hmm.
okay, just as well as us old timers. I love everybody. And we got a new generation coming up. And if we don't all work together to keep this dance alive, it can perish. It can just go right on stop. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
that's why I myself gear towards everybody. You know what I mean? We got to get out here with the cause see the new schoolers, they come over. The new
Uh huh.
schoolers come over to the old, well, they'll call us old schoolers, and they'll learn a lot of things from us, and then they'll get out there and they'll start doing the things that they came about learning from us. And see, they got this dance and culture is about keep passing it on. That's just like my mother. They were bopping,
Hmm.
and they were taking my mother was taking me places, and I was seeing them bop at a young age,
Hmm.
and it was an attraction for me, so we got to keep it alive, and
Right.
that's why my dance is no splits and no flips. See, because you got the bopping, and then when we it's being passed down to us, and we looking, and then if we splitting, the new generation they not splitting.
No, they're not. They're not splitting.
So see, if we got them, and we trying to do a contest, and they split 9 out of 10, everybody can't split. So I just took it out of my contest. I won't allow it because it intimidates the new schoolers. To me,
Really? Okay.
that's for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So if they gonna hit, if the James Brown come on, I want to see everybody be able to go to work.
Okay. What about now? Oh well. I mean, now here's an interesting thing. I mean, because, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here for a second. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we can go back to the dance of Shorty and remember when she used to he
Shorty and
dropped he
Danita,
yeah, and he drop and then she
Janice.
Johnny's yeah, and she drag him across the floor. I mean, that was entertaining stuff like that.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
so,
They can do that.
but I mean, he did a split
Yeah, he did a split then, but you can't do a split
in the
in the get down.
get down, right? So I'm saying, how would they just playing devil's advocate? How would they perform a move like that?
Well, some of them go down. You know how they go down on their knees?
Okay, so
They
you
go
can go down on
down.
your knees.
Yeah, they go down on their knees. They squat, and it be looking like it's a crawl,
Hmm.
or they'll just use their feet and just drop down. But if they drop down and they using as a crawl, they can't bust no split. See, you
Okay,
can't bust out with that split. If you doing that, you can't just bust out with that split. Because if you split, you disqualified.
gotcha. So you can get down on your knees.
Oh yeah, you can get down there. They did it. A couple of them did it, I believe, on the video with the grab bag. They can
Okay,
come down,
you just can't
and you can get down on your knees, but you can't split.
split. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
You got to show that showmanship without that splitting. Even though splitting is the showmanship of that get down, that plays a part in it. But like I say, if I allow the split to go, you might have five couples in that category. And if two split, the other ones might not, they'll run a risk of not even,
Yeah,
getting a
making it
high score,
right.
because the crowd love to see that split. As soon as you
Hmm.
bust that, whoa, you know, I want to
Yeah,
see you dance. I
right,
want to see you to get down. I want to see you dance. I want to see you get down without that split.
right. Reggie Miles says the get down is James Brown type footwork.
Yes.
Mm,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we heard it first here. We are so excited and we're looking forward to that. Give me the date again one more time.
June 13th, 2025 at the Grand Ballroom, all white event. We're going to have some great food. We're going to have some free raffles. Get your tickets ahead of time because a lot of times when you people get the tickets, they want to buy tickets like 2 days before the event. Is it any more tickets? Is it any more tickets? If you start getting your tickets now, all the way up, $10 special, $10 special for the get down June 13th at the Grand Ballroom. $10 tickets all the way up to April 1st, and then the tickets go up to $20.
Okay.
25 at the door. Get your tickets ahead of time. Get your tables ahead of time because the tables are going to sell out.
Okay. Let me ask you real quick, because a lot of promoters talk about the tables and getting your table. Just for the people that don't know, what are some of the benefits of getting a table?
You'll be able to have a seat.
That's a good point. Yeah. So yeah, I
Some,
guess.
not to cut you off, Lamont, some people, just like myself, I used to be, like in the dark with the table, and I used to get angry when I would come to other promoters' events and I would see everybody sitting down and, oh, they got a table. This table is reserved, and why ain't nobody else? I can't even sit down at the event. But I bought a ticket, and I bought a
Mhm.
ticket. Why I can't have a seat? you know, because I've learned and still learning in this process of being a promoter because there's other promoters that's been out here before me. So I'm learning in this process that it's best to have a table because why? If I got a table and pay for a table and the party start at 7, say I might not get there to 9. If I get there at 9, that table guarantees my seat.
Really? Oh, okay. So no matter what the time
Yeah,
is, that's your
that's
seat.
my seat.
Okay. Oh, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Getting schooled on why. That's awesome. And I always wondered why was a table versus a. So people buy a ticket. So let me get this straight. So if you buy a ticket, that gets you entry.
You can get no, if you
But
buy
if
a
you
ticket, it gets you entry, but you have to get there ahead of time and get you a seat of the seats that's
mhm,
available outside of the
available,
table. Because it
got
is seating outside of the tables, you just have to get there in time. As soon as those doors open up, you need to be there so you can
you.
get you a seat. So you don't have to worry about the people that already have tables and they sitting in their seating.
Gotcha, gotcha. So all that alleviate. Now, do you have now? Let me ask you a question with that. Let's say because you said like, for example, doors open at 7 o'clock. You got your table. 9 o'clock comes. That it's packed
Mhm.
like it was at the get that. It's packed, but this is my table. And let's be honest. Some people will bogart a seat. So I come in at 9 o'clock, looking around, like I'm at table number four. Table number four, it's got people in it. Do I mean, do I get to say, hey, it's my table?
Well, yes, you do, and the best thing to do is get the host. Get the host. Look for
Hmm.
me and say, "Hey, Sheila, someone is sitting in my seat, and we paid for this table." So what I'm going to
Okay.
do is I'm going to say, "Well, where's your table? Where's your?" And I'm going to automatically be able to look and say, "Oh, okay. Well, let me go over here." So now I'm going to tell those individuals that's sitting at their table, "Excuse me, in a loving can way, can you get up because this is somebody's table? They purchased this table. Well, I'm sitting here where I'm
Hmm.
going to ask you to remove yourself because this is their table and they paid for their table." And I have a list of the people that buy tables. I have a list with their name on it. And I'm going to do something different this time where I'm going to have numbers. And then I'm going to also have someone seating those individuals that have bought tables to keep down the confusion, which I didn't have any confusion.
Okay.
But this is the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to make sure my tables are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that. So
Oh,
when
okay.
that individual come in and the ticket, the people that buy the tables, they're gonna have a ticket that says table, table number one, table number two. So that
Okay.
way they can't go and say, well, that's my table. No. And then I'm gonna have someone walking them to their table.
Okay. So no need to take matters in your own hands. Say this is my table. Da da da. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. DJ Diamond checked in. She said, "Are the tables close to the floor that's going to be reserved? Are all the
Uh,
tables close to the floor that's going to be reserved?"
this is
Like,
how it's gonna go. Whoever buys tables first, I have a list saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will be able to get those tables around that stage first. If you come in first buying those tables around the stage, that's who's gonna get them. I'll say number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what I mean? Like
mhm.
that. So it's like first come, first serve for those tables to be around the stage because everybody wants that front.
Right.
Everybody wants it. But it's only going to be for the people that's paying first. If you pay your $200 right now for a table, you right there around that front stage.
Gotcha. Okay. So get your tickets now. That's what you basically what you're
Yes,
saying. Get your
exactly,
tables now. Get your tickets now.
exactly,
Gotcha.
exactly.
So early bird does get the worm. Awesome.
Yes, yes,
Okay. Great, great. Well, you heard it first from the lady herself. We thank you for hanging out with us for a little while here. Uh, oh, she says thanks, just Clary. I mean, and this is great conversation because these are some of the things that we talk about, which people kind of, I guess, take for granted or just kind of assume the situation. So I love getting it out in the open and being able to talk about something like this up front. So, so we talked about what's next for you. So the get down is what's going on. We're excited about that in June, the all white. So get your tables, y'all. It's gonna be
yes,
there. So uh,
yes.
now, is there a how do they get them? Do they have to catch up with you? Is there a website? Is there a phone
They can
number?
call me Sheila Watkins 312-956-4041.
Okay, one more time.
312-956-4041.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we thank you for hanging out with us for a couple minutes and talking about the get down. You have cleared a lot of things up that we've been kind of talking about. It was a great, great event,
Thank
great concept. I mean, the grab bag. You can't get any fairer than a grab bag because you don't know who you're partnered
That's
with. I
right.
mean, just
Exactly.
and Mark and Margaret just need to say thank you that they hooked up with. That was a great dance. That was a
And
great
you
dance.
know what, Lamont, not to cut you off, uh uh um I've um I've entered two grab bag contests that Tina the salsa,
Hmm.
she gave that first grab bag contest, blindfold contest of hers out there, me and Rick, a while ago, a few years back. So I
Wow.
won that contest. Yeah. And I want to give a shout out to all the individuals that helped me put my event together.
There you go.
All the
Excellent.
ladies. Yes.
All the all right.
Yes.
Well, we thank you for hanging out with us. As they say, the get down is real.
Yes, it is.
And we'll be looking forward to hearing more information as we go on. We'll be, of course, you're always welcome to come back to Club Step and talk about it. And
Yes.
we'll be talking about this and some other things. This brings a close out to the first show of Conversations with a Stepper. We thank y'all for hanging out with us, and we will talk to you guys, ladies and gentlemen, probably sometime next week with another guest. All right. Thank
Yes.
you, Sheila.
Thank you all. Bye bye. Hope to see you at the Get Down June 13th.
Yes.